I'm really excited for fans to see Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, as we're calling it, because it is part of the Bridgerton universe. But also, it's a completely new world. You know, we're going back in time to a very different era of costume, customs, the way things were done.
There's a sense of continuity from a world that we already know, and I think that's been really helpful because loads of new characters are coming into this world.
The show is engaging in the complexities of these matriarchs and exposes the struggles of being a woman regardless of race.
Marriage is a duty, not a pleasure.
Charlotte has just been sold off by her brother to marry the British king.
Be your most agreeable.
Teeth? She's 17 and
Teeth.
very naive when we first meet her.
Shall we?
I loved delving into the romance between Charlotte and King George. I thought that was really fascinating.
The romance between George and Charlotte ensues. There's lots of different challenges and fun storylines.
The king has sent you a gift.
What is it?
The dog, Your Majesty.
No. Dogs are big and majestic. That is a deformed bunny. So it's just a back and forth between complete unconditional love, which they have forever, but then just little bits of angst or frustration that gets in the way. I hate everything about him. I hate his ridiculous face. I hate the way that he breathes. It is awful.
There are two time periods that we cover in this particular show. The primary time period of the series is Georgian England, when King George was the King of England, and we also have whole sections which take place in present-day Bridgerverse.
Charlotte, Queen of the United Kingdom.
Hello, my children.
In which we go back to the characters that we know and love, in the places that we know and love.
This crown is breaking my neck.
In the Bridgerton world, we're always talking about how Queen Charlotte and King George sort of made this new England possible, where we're seeing integrated society and everybody's got titles. And so I wanted to show how that came to be.
Our side and their side do not mix, ever.
The Great Experiment is a topic that is exploring race and classes merging.
It is time we were united as a society, is it not?
It's the idea of the first time the ton is desegregated.
Shall we?
It's been such a thrill to really deep dive in a world that we know and love. It's the backstage stuff that you don't see in Bridgerton.
It's those sort of bizarre details that you find out, which like, wow, really? That's what you get with Queen Charlotte.
I know I'd sent a picture of my younger self. I wanted it to be a surprise. I left it to the universe to bring us India Amarteifio.
Golda was very selfless in giving me the opportunity to kind of take this role as my own.
I was so excited for her to just fly.
There is this essence that they both share. It's probably what the casting director saw.
For me, it was about just having a firm understanding of who she was and then letting the script tell that story.
The dichotomy in Charlotte is this naivety that she starts with, and then through the crucible of responsibility that she's put through, she finds such power.
I needed to know where she ends up in order to have little flicks and flickers of modern-day Charlotte, but I didn't want to bog myself down. That's not who she was when she was young.
Hair and makeup, they were very keen to kind of make the prosthetics, because I have two moles naturally and India doesn't.
I felt very honoured that Golda wanted to make sure that was in there, because it is so much a part of her, but it is also a part of Charlotte. Looking in a mirror and seeing someone I don't recognise, that made me transform into someone else.
I'm Lady Agatha Danbury. I'm to be on your court.
And we shall be great friends.
There was something interesting about the chemistry that I had with India. It might be, you know, that two black women meet in a space that is usually occupied by white bodies. This sense of holding space for one another, because we know what it is like to be both invisible and hypervisible. Also, mind you, we were wearing the exact same outfit when we met for a chemistry read. Same hair, same shirt, same jeans, same shoes. It was weird. That immediately broke the ice. In a way, we kind of felt like we were surrendering to something bigger than us.
I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me?
I love you!
In terms of chemistry between India and myself, I think we're quite lucky Even in the chemistry read, there was a working spark.
My chemistry with Corey was natural because we just get on as people.
We've been gifted in these brilliant scenes.
When it came to George and Charlotte, yeah, we did loads of script work. Certain words in certain scenes were significant.
It's such a perfect portrayal of two people, one of whom is dealing with abandonment trauma. India's fire is just so moving, and it was moving when we did it. It was moving objectively as the actor, Corey, and it was moving also as George, to see this beautiful woman dive on this bombshell of a person, exposing herself to the explosion, saying, I love you, and you have to tell me that you love me. That's the moment that they become one, I think.
From the young Queen Charlotte and the modern Queen Charlotte. Go watch Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, streaming now on Netflix.